Okay, so hey YouTubers, my name is Desiree Evans, and I ship out to boot camp September 9th, 2014. So I'm excited and nervous, don't know what to expect, kinda. My job, okay, so I just sworn in on the 14th. Today is the 16th of April. Okay. So the job I got was AV, which is supposed to be like a really good job. Let's see. Yeah, AV. Um, I don't want this job. I'm just gonna be quite frank. When I went to MEPS, I already talked to my recruiter. The reason why I joined the Navy was because I love the Navy, but also because I want to do college credits to get my nursing career. I was originally in nursing school. It got really expensive and I couldn't pay for it anymore, so it caused me to have to drop out. But I'm not the type to sit around and not do anything with my life. So yeah, so that's what happened. So yeah, I want to go to the Navy, and I wanted to do HM, which is Quartzman, which is nursing or healthcare, the whole healthcare field. And yeah, I guess that's a really hard job to get, so it's always kind of taken. So you have to get it like on a good time. I put in a diary class, which is to change your job over. Um, so hopefully it goes through. I have 5 months to try to get HM. So hopefully everything works out for me. If not, I'll take it because I want to be in the Navy. I'm excited. Either way it goes, I'm open to new experiences. This A school is in Pensacola. So yeah, I'm excited. What else can I talk to you guys about? So okay, my boyfriend, he's in the Navy. He actually shipped out right out of high school. I knew him in high school. So his job is a CTI. Right now he's stationed in Lackland Air Force Base in San Antonio. And I actually been to that base a couple of times to visit him. And for those who have CTI or is getting shipped out for CTI, it's a good job. He loves it. He enjoys it. Um, right now, okay, so before he went to San Antonio, he had to go to a school in Monterey, California. So I think it's for CTI it's Monterey because you got to learn another language, but for CTR and those other sub crypto jobs, CT jobs, I think that's in Pensacola. So yeah, so that's where he's based. I don't know if everybody gets based there, but that's his thing. Um, so I actually right now, okay, so you have debt meetings, which happen twice a month. You got one debt meeting is required that you show up. I okay, so I haven't even been to one yet because I just sworn in. So I've been to my 72-hour in-doc though. Yes, I went to it early because my recruiter has a class tomorrow, so I won't be able to do my actual 72-hour. I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you guys. Anyway, so yeah, so to work out, what I've been doing to prepare for for boot camp is I've been running a mile. I started right now. I'm running a mile. I'm running a mile, doing 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups in the morning, 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups in the night, and every month I'm gonna go up a half a mile in my running, and I'm gonna go 5 push-ups, 5 sit-ups every month. So that way, by the time I get to, by the time my ship date comes, I'll be good and ready as far as physical goes. I'm a lifeguard, so I know how to swim. So I'm not too worried about the swim test. Not to sound cocky, but I mean, I want to work on what I know I need to work on, which is my endurance as far as running goes. Yeah. So if you're wondering if if the Navy is good for you, when I was gonna join, it was between Air Force and Navy. Those were my two options. Army, I'm not really into combat that much. I know they have a medical field too, so I guess you should look into it and see what's good for you. But it's just not my thing. And definitely I'm not a Marine. I'm just yeah. So it's definitely good to look into all the different choices that you have available to you. I don't think you should take the word of anybody, whether it's a friend, family, whatever. I think you should always look into it for yourself and see what you're good at and what would be the best branch for you. I chose Navy because I love what they have to offer. I love that they're not too lenient, and it'll give me some structure in my life, if that makes sense. If you want a more lenient kind of branch, I think Air Force is the best choice. I've been to the training camps there. I've seen how they kind of train their people, and not to, I don't want to talk down on anybody because we're all a big family as far as being in the military. So if you're an Air Force or airman, cool. But I don't know. I just love the Navy. So yeah. um yeah, but I was definitely about to go into the Air Force, especially since because I wanted a nursing job, and the Navy is basically right now kind of giving me the runaround. But I mean, I love the Navy still, regardless. I mean, like I said, I put in my DAR, so we'll see where that goes. Another good thing is Navy has a lot of programs. So if I do not get my Courtsman job like I want, HM, I will also be able to still get my degree after 3 years. You know, I get the 9/11 GI Bill. They pay 100% of your college, so I could still go to school and do my nursing career, or to whatever school that I want to go to. I think it has to have JROTC. I have to look into that, but they explain it actually in your start guide. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely read into this a lot more. But yeah, so they have that. They're gonna pay for my schooling, so I could go to school, do my nursing, get my bachelor's or whatever. I plan to be in the Navy for the whole 20 years. I don't plan on getting out after my contract's up. So it's also up to you of how long you want to spend in the Navy. Um, you get your GI Bill, I think, after 3 years, period. So it's not about how long you stay in, or if you don't use it, it gets passed down to your kids. So it's still good either way it goes. So with that all being said, oh yeah, so I'm going to go do my nursing. Probably get my bachelor's in nursing, and maybe specialize on. I'm not too sure yet. And then I could go and change jobs and be a courseman. Cause yeah, you could change your job. It's not so easy with the Air Force. With the Air Force, you can't change your job once they train you in that specific field, whatever you choose. Whereas the Navy, you go into the healthcare. Like, I'm gonna use healthcare as an example, but you go into the healthcare field, you get trained on basics of healthcare. So it's like everything that you're gonna need to know: drawing blood, vitals, how to take those, the basics, and then you get to branch out at your A school or whatever. I think it's C school. I don't know, but you get to branch out after you learn your basics and all that. So that's what I like. I'm just a big. I mean, my mom's a nurse. My grandmother's a nurse. It's generations of nurses in my family, so I was just always into nursing. The more trauma side, the more fast paced, not really like the vital sign taking kind of thing. But from reviews of Courtsman, a lot of people says it's boring, and that's what you're going to be doing. So I will have to look into that. I might end up just keeping this job because a lot of people says it's a good job. Like, you got to get qualified for it. I don't know if they're just being recruiters and telling me, whatever it is to get me to keep this job, so it's less worry on them. But I mean, it's my job to look it up anyway. So yeah. So I talked about that. 72-hour in-dog. I think I talked about that a little bit. So I'm kind of a nerd, kind of a little bit. So what I do for all the stuff that I gotta know before boot camp, I'm one of those people that like to be on it. I don't really like lagging behind or kind of just leaving it to faith. So yeah, that's the one reason why I'm working out before I go to boot camp, because I don't want to get there and be dragging behind. I want to be, because I guess because I'm a girl, I'm extra small. I am 5'3", 107 pounds. So yeah, I barely made the weight already. So of course they're already gonna look at me like, yeah, I bet she's gonna be the one that kind of holds us back, and I'm not that person. So yeah, look out for me. But no, yeah, I like to make sure I could keep up with the big boys, and that's just how I always been. I always been kind of the underdog. Nobody kind of looks out for me, but then I hit you with the bang. So yeah, that's just how I am. I made note cards to kind of learn everything that we gotta know upon going to depth meetings and going to boot camp, and that kind of helps me learn it because I have a lot of free time right now because I recently got a job, but it doesn't start until May 15 because I'm a lifeguard at a water park, so I have time. um yeah, so let's see what else I can talk about. When you get in the Navy, if you make it that far, a lot of people say that. I don't know why, but I guess whatever. I mean, if you're really committed, I don't know what should stop you. But when you get to the Navy, it's not like uptight, you know. I mean, I see my boyfriend and how he reacts. I mean, it's very friendly. He has friends that are of every race. It's very open. You do become one big family after you graduate from boot camp, and that's a good thing. I mean, you know, like I'm very kind of like to myself. I don't really like talk to everybody. I'm not really open as much, but I'm looking forward to meeting new people and making friends and kind of like hanging out. Like he goes out all the time, and which is a good thing because he needs to experience life. So it's like it's just a good, I don't know, I think it's a good experience. You get to travel, you get to like experience things that you probably wouldn't get to experience being on reserve. Not showing down if you're reserved, but being, as far as being on reserve, or I guess just being a civilian. You know, I want to be the one that's kind of like, if I do die doing my job or serving my country, I did it, you know, willingly. And I enjoyed every bit of it. I enjoyed going to the different countries, the different states, meeting new people. And, you know, I think that should be everybody's life goal. I mean, I think everybody should think outside the box and don't stay in your little corner. And that's another reason why I chose to be in the Navy. I mean, like I said, my boyfriend's in it, so I see a lot of what he does and what he goes through, and you know, like how he's doing really big things for himself. He is 20 and he has his own car, and he's about to purchase his own house, which they also help pay for. So I mean, you know, he's doing pretty well for himself to be my age and far, far, far along from along than I am, or where I want to be, because I'm still living with my mom. Still, like, even if I was in college, I probably would have stayed at home anyway, which is probably bad. But yeah, so yeah, he's doing good for himself. So I think if you plan on joining the Navy or the Air Force or the Marines or Coast Guard or whatever you decide that you want to do, congratulations, because you're already making a big step towards your future. And you should be proud of yourself. And I'm pretty sure your parents and everybody around you is proud of you too. So this is a before boot camp, I guess, webisodes or whatever. I'll be checking in every once in a while, letting you know if I find out anything new. Hopefully my job changes. If not, it's all good. I'm just gonna take life as it comes and just enjoy it as much as I can. So if you have any questions, let me know and I'll make a video about it, or I'll reply to you. And yeah, that's about it.